Hi, this is Jonah Chipeco. You're watching another episode of Love the Leap. And before I share about my business writing tips for today, I want to share with you something about me. So, I call myself a writerpreneur because I do three things. I write for clients, I create ebooks and course manuals for coaches. Second, I also write my own information products and sell them through my online school Writing Hacks Academy. And third, I teach people how to write. I'm a business writing virtual trainer and I also train aspiring freelance writers. So, in short, I combine writing and entrepreneurship to make money out of my writing skills. But it didn't start after graduation, it didn't happen instantly. I spent my first 10 years as a marketing practitioner. And I decided to shift from employment to entrepreneurship because back in 2015, I had an accident on my way to a meeting in Quezon City. I slipped and hit my back near the MRT station. So I had 6 months of recovery period doing therapies, and I thought that I need to think of what I'll do next. There has to be change in my life, and I want to take the courage to pursue what I really want, which is training, public speaking, and writing books. So here I am. And in my first year after leaving my job, I attended workshops of Manila workshops. Ginger Arboleda is the CEO of that events company, and their trainings really helped me get an idea of what freelancing is about, how I can become a good entrepreneur. And I met Ginger in person, received personal guidance and advice from from Ginger on how to proceed with my business plan. So if you're someone in the same stage or thinking about quitting your job and maybe pursuing your passion and do business, follow GTV, follow Ginger Arboleda because you'll learn a lot of tips from her and she'll connect you with people, ladies like us in the Love the Leap series, whom you can learn from. Alright? For today's topic, I want to share 5 must-know email etiquette rules. And it's important because whether you're an employee, a freelancer, or an entrepreneur, you need to write emails, especially when you're doing remote jobs. So, first tip, a common mistake that I still see, even after long years of receiving emails, is receiving emails with blank email subjects. Right? If you can see, I'm going to show some examples so that you'll better appreciate what I'm teaching you. The fourth message you can find there, it doesn't have any subject. So, what you want to avoid is hitting the send button and then finding out that you skipped the subject line because it decreases the chance for the reader to open it. They might think it's spam. So write a clear subject line that can tell your reader what the email is about. It doesn't only have to be concise or short, it has to give the reader an idea of what the message is about. So let's say the email subject you wrote is meeting on Friday. You can still improve it by writing confirm meeting attendance on Friday. Adding the word or the verb confirm makes the reader know that the email is important and what he or she has to do, even without opening the email yet. Another example, cancellation of the team meeting on Friday. So it's not just a random meeting, it's a specific sales team meeting because if your recipient is a manager, he may be in a lot of meetings for that week. At least it's clear. All right. Second tip that I can give is to avoid forwarding messages without explaining what needs to be done. Let's go back to that email I sent. So, If you can see, this is a forwarded message with a Google Drive link. From the preview text alone, this is the preview text, right? You can see that it's a forwarded message. So make sure that your receiver knows what to do with it. Maybe you can type something short like FYI, or for your reference, or kindly reply, or please accept edit request. Alright, so at least say something, because your reader or the recipient of the email might not know exactly what's it about unless you've told them maybe through a phone call or through a Slack message or a chat message, okay? Another one pet peeve I have is when I receive announcement emails that doesn't use the BCC field. Do you know what BCC means? It's called BCC because it stands for blind carbon copy. Okay, let me share an example for the use of BCC field. What happens when you send an email, let's say an announcement email, and you type the addresses here in the to field? The recipient will see who are the other people who got the email or who was addressed. All right. And there are situations when, for example, you're sending a sales message, an email blast your clients or your database. If you place everything in the to field, they will already be exposed to your database. My email address will be made known to your other clients, and someone can just copy and paste all those email addresses, maybe add it to their own database. I still get emails like this from suppliers or service providers where my email address is in the to field when it should have been placed in the BCC field, so that I only know or I only see my email address as the recipient. So again, to show where the BCC field is, let me share this one. Right. So these set of emails are found here on the blind carbon copy or BCC field. So the other field, which is the CC field, is the carbon copy, right? Sometimes it's also called courtesy copy because you want to put the email addresses there as a courtesy to other recipients who doesn't need to reply. It's just that you're giving them a heads up, or you're making them know that this is FYI. Maybe you're writing to someone and his or her boss has to know about the email too. That's what the CC or carbon copy field is for. And BCC, blind carbon copy, is for sending messages when you only want one recipient to see the email addresses. Not if you want one recipient to see only his or her email addresses and not disclose the other recipients, okay? Another thing you should consider is to think before you hit the reply all button. There are situations when, let's say, you're an HR of the company and you send emails to different sales team, to different members of one department. Right? So if you're replying, ask yourself first, does everyone need to know about my reply? Let's say it's an announcement about an upcoming party. Let's say a Christmas party in your office, the HR sent you instructions what to wear, etc. And then you have a personal question to be addressed to your HR, who is the organizer of the event. Like, let's say, ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't have a costume for theme. Can I wear this other dress or this other costume? It's something personal, right? And not everyone in the recipients list doesn't need to know. So instead of hitting the reply all button, just reply to one person. Let's say it's an invitation to a conference and there were several of you in the team who will be sent as a delegate and you want to be excused for personal reason, then the other recipients of the email doesn't need to know. Just reply to the person who sent the email or someone in the email thread that needs to be informed. And last tip on my list is to check if an email is the best means to send your message. So even if I'm a writing coach and I encourage you to study writing effective emails, if you think that your message is best expressed through a phone call or through a face-to-face meeting, then do so. There are three situations when you should consider whether you need to send an email or not. First is if it's bad news. Let's say you're terminating a contract or a partnership. Perhaps you'd want to set a phone call first or maybe include the agenda in a face-to-face meeting before emailing about the final contract mission, all right? Second is validation, meaning you want to clarify something. Let's say someone emailed you about a mistake. And before making a decision about what to do, if you would give a punishment about the mistake or if you would get angry about the mistake, then maybe call the person first, ask him or her to explain what happened because it's something that's difficult to express through writing. So, best to validate information first through call or in person. And last is when you're expressing anger. So, don't send an email message with angry words, with expressions of direct expressions of disappointment and frustration. Because, first, of course, you need to calm yourself down first and try to speak and write in a professional manner. If you can express a complaint via phone call and talk to someone, do that first. And the email can be a documentation of the conversation that happened. Right? I hope that the tips I shared were helpful to you and that you'll be able to practice instantly what you learned from today's video. If you want to learn more tips about business writing, I have a free course that I want you to check out. Here in this link, business emails at writinghacksacademy.com. The name of the course is Write Better Business Emails, and it's free to sign up for this course so that you learn not just the do's and don'ts or not about the email etiquette, but it's more about how to compose effective business emails. And of course, follow GTV, follow Ginger Arboleda, and check out the other videos of the Love the Leap learning series or video series. Thank you so much for watching.